Kazakhstan is an enormous country in the heart of the Eurasian continent. It's made up of diverse landscapes that hold a vast array of peoples, faiths, and languages that have come, passed, and remained. Far from the world's metropolises, despite a tiny number of Catholics, just 1% of the 17 million person population, Pope Francis has chosen to visit this country.
Many years ago, when there was the ancient Silk Road, Kazakhstan was a bridge between different cultures and different nations, civilizations. And of course, that fact impacted our people, our nation, and even nowadays you can see that we have a lot of nations living in Kazakhstan in peace and accord.
We begin in northern Kazakhstan on an island of the Catholic faith at the shrine of Our Lady Queen of Peace in the village of Ozernoye. Rector of the shrine, Father Marian walks us to the lake that's a witness of a great famine during World War II and an abundance of graces from Our Lady.
Here the people were praying through the intercession of the Blessed Virgin Mary for help. And on March 25th, 1941, a miracle occurred. The temperature rose and the snow melted and filled this place near the village, forming a lake. The appearance of the lake may have been a cyclical phenomenon, but the miraculous thing was that the lake appeared with an abundance of fish.
Now the village of Ozernoye has become the home to the only Marian shrine that shines for the whole Central Asian region, including Mongolia and Afghanistan.
I think it is already the fruit of the parish of the Queen of Peace. Many people who come here say that it is very peaceful. Indeed, Mary the Queen of Peace reigns here and fills our hearts with it.
The church was built in 1990 and soon became a place of pilgrimage, especially for young people who gather here every year in August for a youth festival. And from 2014 on, one of the 12 altars of peace has found its permanent place here.
The idea of this altar is to be one of the 12 stars in the crown of the Mother of God. Mary is holding Jesus in her arms, the Blessed Sacrament. The figure is covered by a fishing net with fish inside. The net is the connection to this miracle that occurred in the lake here, representing the fact that Mary gives us food and gives us Jesus. The giver of peace is the Lord, and only He may bestow it. And what history shows in these last months is that no diplomacy, no human treaties will give real peace, because the source of peace is the Lord. And so we must ask the Lord for this peace in the Blessed Sacrament.
On another side of the village, Carmelite sister Elizabeth, together with 4 other sisters, unceasingly prays for peace in front of the Blessed Sacrament. They formed a community here 15 years ago.
We get a great peace in our hearts here. You could say that we are sheltered with Jesus in the tabernacle. It gives us a chance to be close to the heart of Jesus, and together with Him we pray for all peoples and each person. We pray for these people who suffer, but we must also offer a lot of prayers and sacrifices for the people who cause the suffering, so that at the last moment they say, "I'm sorry, I did this, but now I ask for forgiveness."
Kazakhstan is a place where thousands of people suffered from the totalitarian regime. Many suffered here for their faith. This big cross installed on the neighboring hill is dedicated to all people who suffered here.
On the hill, there is a cross that is dedicated to the victims of totalitarianism. We are in a place, in Kazakhstan, where a lot of people suffered from communist totalitarianism. Many Poles were brought to these territories. We can look into different symbolism, and one very important symbolism, as someone once said, that this cross is about halfway between Fatima and Hiroshima. And before humanity, there are two ways of Fatima, meaning conversion, listening to Mary's call to conversion, and so then there will be peace, or Hiroshima, the destruction of humanity.
The nuns say that even in times of darkness, there's nothing irreversible for God, who showers His graces down at this lake.
On the 100th anniversary of the apparitions of Our Lady of Fatima, the miracle with the fish repeated. There were so many fish, it drew people here from different cities to go fishing.
Sister Elizabeth says the recent repetition of the miracle reminds us that Our Lady dwells here, in the land of Kazakhstan. The Pope will not be able to visit Ozernoye, but he's going to bless the new icon, Our Lady Mother of the Steppe, dedicated to the shrine while on his visit to Nur Sultan, the capital of Kazakhstan.